This is Cuberized, and welcome to my Craftoria Let's Play. I'm in the Twilight Forest, where I left off at the end of the last episode, at the base of the Ur-ghast boss. You can see actual gas floating around. The Ur-ghast is much larger, but we're going to go ahead and tackle this. Now, so there's a number of ways to do this. If you have flight, you can just fly up there and start the boss fight. Or you can pillar up and do the same thing, or you can fight your way through the tower. And if you've been watching my series, you know that I tend to like to work my way down, not work my way up. So just, and I'm on the top of the trees because this is where I ended up after exiting the last dungeon. But there's an entrance down in here that you can enter into this large tower and work your way up, and then there's a bunch of side towers branching off. I, of course, am not going to do that. Let's see, I was using, yep, I still have a little bit. I was using netherrack blocks because I have a lot of netherrack blocks, so I'm just going to keep using those. And the point of this is that I can loot my way down, but I don't have to loot my way down if I don't want to. I just do the battle and then come back at a later time and loot. So I'm just going to go right up as high as I can. And this is going to happen because I have that relic that does that for me and provides light. So all you have to do is kind of step to the side one block and keep going up, and when it drops another one, because it'll keep placing it like that. If I break it, it'll place. So if you want an infinite number of these, just stand with your relic and keep breaking it and collecting them. And you can actually even see the path I came on because it lit up along the way. So all I'm going to do is just go shift left and right one block to get up. It's also safer that way because if anything happens, when I get closer to the top and a ghast shoots me, and I go off, you know, it breaks something, I hopefully can catch the other side on the way down and not go completely off. Okay, so this is the top of the main tower, but this is not the top of the whole thing. So I'm going to pick one of these. It'll get me up further. This will get me up further. And continue up, same way we were doing. There's a lot of critters in here, and spawners, and that's kind of what I was a little concerned about. Oh, there's another one. Now thankfully I have my slow fall and everything else, and bubble effects, so you see that I did fall off. These things are going to be harder and harder to avoid as I go up higher. And yeah. So to try to be a little bit more safe, where they can't get me, I'm going to go up here. Because I can get into that, hopefully, into that groove between the two buildings and be safer there. Yep. Less likely that they're going to see me and be able to get at me. So when I get to the top, you're going to have these spots throughout where there's gates that you need to pass through. I'm going to take a moment here. The thing to do, I have multiple up here. Moving is a good thing. When I get down, oh yeah, there's a bunch. Okay, we're gonna duck down here just for a moment. Thankfully that, yeah, it gets harder and harder because there's more and more. This is, you just break the fence. It's just break the fence and you can get into the chest. They tend to be at the top of the small towers. And now that I've got up here, let me get rid of some of this. I probably won't need as much. And I'll check and see what it is I got. I do remove this and the fences just because when I glance at it I can tell I've been here. I can also do that. So I know I've cleared the level if I actually start working my way up the tower. So we picked up a parasite, which I already have. It's a charm, a tower key. This is how you get through some of those locked doors, because some of them you tap it and they will disappear, and some you need a key for. So having that key is helpful. And this is one of those ways to kind of go around. And yeah, we'll just put all that stuff in here. I will keep the key out. And yeah, so I need to get up, and I think it's gonna be tough to do. Okay. You can go along afterwards, and these look like gas, but they have some red stripes. Is to go along the bottom of the building around where the top of the trees were, and check and see. See, this is a reappearing block. So let me put the key away for a moment, just to show you that I'm not using it. I'm gonna go down. So down is yeah, right here. So this is kind of a stairwell going up here, and yeah, this is the center under the Ur-ghast. So if you look at, here, let me just pillar up here. So these side ones kind of stop. This down here is not attached to this. It's something separate. So what you're looking at is this is the central core going down, so this is where you get some fun things to play with. So if you do this, it's showing you, how this redstone works. And then the block is literally here, and then you can push this, and you get that. Yeah, and it would have other blocks, but this corner of the building got blown off. But the idea was you were supposed to push all these together. I'm just going to take these, and since this is a broken mechanism, you can always use these. But this is trying to tell you how you can craft some things. So if we do, so this is just redstone. And this is a ghast here. And these are borer essence. So if you take a look here, this is used, what they want you to do, well, whether you want to make it or not is up to you, but this is how you make carbonite. So you can take these and use them to make that, or you can use these borer essences to make some food items, or um, mm, yeah, upgrading traveler's wings. But this is kind of really what it's mostly used for. There are some other things. Yeah. And really the only way to get this is to come up this tower and get it. And here is another way to get carbonite. So if we take a look at, it just went into my bag, didn't it? So you can make it a bunch of different kinds of blocks using this. These are the vanishing blocks that need a key to get through. These are the reappearing blocks where you touch it and they disappear and then they reappear a second later. Again, great way to pass through things and not let mobs come through. Yeah. So these are just different things you can use with carbonite, and this is another way to get it, which is this tower planks and these, which is everywhere throughout these towers. And this is the Traveler's Wings. So, yeah, which we might make just because I think the tan leather is not, yeah, you put it on yeah, it's a thing. But this is telling you, you know, what you can use these for. So the encased blocks are these things right here, and then this stuff is the other wood needed. So that gets you that. So I'm going to just go down this one tower and see, here's a completed one. Okay. Yeah. So the idea behind this is that you push all of the blocks in and the carbonite reactor activates. So we'll do this one. This one. This one that pushes the redstone. Because I did it right above there. Yeah. It's not really. The idea is you get close to it and that happens. So you go close, yeah, to try to get to the these guys and to get those lovely blocks you saw, and yeah, it's not what you think, and you come in here and then all of a sudden you're falling because it did that. So yeah, but just, you know, that's what it does. It's very enticing when it turns into diamonds and diamond blocks, but it just makes carbonites. Or whatever, however they're pronounced. First time I saw it, I did not know what was going on. Okay, so when you get to this area, whether or not you activated this or not, you're going to be in an area where you're going to go down stairs. This stuff is, as you activate it, yeah. It's up to you whether you want to actually do anything with this, but you give it a redstone signal, and yeah, it ends up. You end up getting blocks appearing, and I'm trying to see them. Appearing and disappearing. I just generally just avoid the whole thing. If I'm missing something here that's really spectacular, you let me know. And this is the anti-builder. So I think a lot of it has to do with creating blocks so you can move around. I'm okay not worrying about it too much. Oh no. Oh, okay. Oh, this is it. So we get these guys. Instead of getting iron golems, we get these guys. And they don't like you. Or I should say they don't like me. Oh, something was on fire. So I never quite figured out what the point of this room was other than a way to parkour your way up there. But if it does something special other than that, please let me know down in the comments. So we've gotten, we did get some ghast tears, which are great. We have our trophy pedestal, which is, let's see how much of this will go in anywhere. I'll take that out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have a, let me actually tuck this stuff. I'm gonna keep these, I'm gonna hold on to those. And I don't think I actually put any of the charms in here. I did not. Somehow I keep putting that in there, which is, I guess, fine because I don't have anything in it to really worry about. But yeah, this is what it is. And as I said, I'm just going to go down a little bit. You can see what's in here, and then, yeah. So it's not uncommon to see something like this, or this kind of little, like, mini garden. Here's, you know, the basic trees. There is a wither rose in there. I will grab that. But yeah, this is one of the rainbow oak saplings, which is I find to be a very pretty tree. This is, yeah, sure, why not? Yep, I'll take that too. I tend to go for the things that are interesting that I don't already have. This is food. So, yeah, it's a very, very pretty tree. Oh yeah, you can place it. Forgot about that. So it's fun. I've got a bunch of it. Yeah, because cake you can place and then it takes it off in strips across as you eat it. This actually, when you place it, you actually take it out as wedges, which is kind of fun. All right, and yeah, nothing there. Vanishing blocks, that's a key requirement, as is this. And I'm not really that concerned about that. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to go this way only because I think it pushes me back towards the center of the building. Oh, wait. This one is just vanishing. Okay. Never mind. This is not the problem. This is the one. This is the key one. Okay, so I was incorrect. These should just vanish. Yeah, so if I wanted to go up here to see... Oh, there's a spawner. What spawner is this? This is a golem. Okay, that's what they're called. Is a... Oh, I hate these guys. No, 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 no. Give me the sword. They're creepy looking. Where is this? These guys are fun and scary all at the same time. Oh, there's the golem. there's one down here. So they make the clanging noise that iron golems make. And here's another one. This has got to be the spider. Did I actually get the other one, or did it stay in there? No, I got it. Yeah, this is just seating and benches and... Ah! Iron golem, there's got to be another spawner. Yeah, so just showing you how repeaters work. This is actually some neat redstone stuff to teach you how to do certain things with redstone. And it's another source of books. Okay, vanishing, vanishing, reappearing. I just love those. And vanishing. So yeah, you can see how this can get very confusing knowing where you're going. And oh, so okay, so this one actually has the block above it. Do that. It actually doesn't really help. It just, oh, there it goes. Yeah, this is a sticky piston. It grabbed it and then pulled it back. There we go. So now I can get at the chest. You can just break the blocks. That works too. And who doesn't like free sticky pistons? And more seating. And again, this is the same thing. And now we have a spider. Spider spawner. Okay. Yeah. Creepy little things. And another chest. So this is all that this is. Chest, 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 and spawners. And so once you kill the Ur-ghast, that's what this whole thing is. Is just... So, okay, to try to get a lay of the land. We were up at the top of this thing fighting the Ur-ghast. And these little side towers, there's 4 of them, have those carbonite gas that are the smaller ones. And if you notice, we have no more gas floating around here. Yeah. That's the thing. The spawners will still be active. But yeah, things get a lot quieter once the Ur-ghast is defeated. And we came from there, and that's that. So yeah, this is all kind of how this goes. And this is another one of those destroyed areas. So if you want to, now you can see it goes up. It does not go down. When you get these spikes like this, well, of course, and the floor is missing, so you can tell it doesn't go down. But to go up when something is broken, you just have to pillar up, just like you would try to get up to anything. And I pretty much think I put all of my... I can use sand. And again, then we get more stuff. This should work. And there we go. And once we get to the top of this, I think... Yeah. Yeah, not a fan. Really not a fan of those guys. Although I will say the ones that actually... This guy kind of stays pretty stiff, but the ones that actually dangle their legs, yeah, are worse. Yep. So, this is kind of the gist of what you're going to get. You're going to get steel leaf, armor, and tools. You're going to get ironwood armors and tools. You're going to get steel leaf. You're going to get ironwood ingots. You may find some charms. You may find some of the parasite or the experiment, and then some other random things. So if you aren't looking for that kind of stuff anymore and you have enough, then yeah, you can bypass this. If you don't want the spawners, you can bypass that too. And I'm just grabbing some random items to put away. Also a nice, I don't want to say it's a safer place to get ghast tear, but it's a different place to get ghast tears. Yeah. If you don't, having a bow or some way to cast ranged spells really is helpful, because as you're going up, it's nice to be able to kill a few of the ghast that are bothering you on the way up. If yeah, if you only have a sword, it gets a little bit more challenging, especially when you're trying to kill the ghast. It's doable, but you'd have to really rely on killing the little guys. And then you come up here and you're done, and again, we can see. This was actually the tower I was looking at that kind of looked like it might have been attached to this, but isn't. So that's it. That's how it works. And again, how much you loot and of this tower is really up to you. Do definitely be careful going up and down. And then, yeah, to continue on down, we just keep going down and, you know, exploring things. Did I even get to the bottom of this tower? No. I think I went back up. Yeah, I did. So let me get to the bottom of this. So you should come back into a large tower at some point, and then this is actually where we came down. Yes, this is the large tower. And then from here, you're probably going to need a key. So if you were working your way up, there are doors that are keyed. Now, can you go around them? Yes. So I'm going to show we can go around them by doing this. And just for safety purposes, you can. Now, is this a little harder because of what they've done here? Yeah. So you do kind of have to get around this. This is not making it easy, but you can. And then you can, if you, for whatever reason, run out of keys, you can go around one way or the other. Clearly this was probably a better choice, but I did not know that. And again, I'm going top down. You can go bottom up, especially if you're not comfortable pillaring up with the outside. But you definitely can go around this. It's not designed for that, but you can. And then again, you just, this should be, yeah, I think we're back into the center one again. This should be able to take you all the way to the bottom, and let's just run down and see. Yeah, this is a nice area. You get furnaces and anvils. I'm going to come back and loot everything. Here again, more plants and the chest. Let's take a look at what's in the chest. Again, more of the same. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just... And then we're going to have another one of these rooms. So I'm going to go down here. This is, again, easier to go down because coming back up you're going to have to either figure this out or pillar. Neither is a great option. And this one is not so easy to parkour down like I did the last one because of the distance. Okay, so we're just going to go across. Again, yeah, see, it doesn't want to let me place blocks. Yeah, I place it there and it breaks it. So be careful of that as well. Almost fell off. Okay. And unfortunately I put this right here. Yeah, that's a little bit of a drop. Yep. It broke it. Yep. Okay. And if you want redstone lamps for any reason, see, you can get them and put them in your base. Yeah, this is all just this stuff. I actually like these blocks. I may use them in my base. So it's a little mini maze, and then there should be a chest or two in here somewhere. And by actually removing these, okay, that's going down. So the chest has got to be over here somewhere. Nope, no chest. So if you remove the doors, you actually know which way you've been. And again, on a server, I don't know that they would take kindly to you removing doors, but whatever the rules of your server is, follow those. It might just be don't touch them, other than just to walk through. Okay, that is definitely down. Ah, there we go. And there we go. So, nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, that's a little different. Got a diamond and some sugar cane. And then here, yep, similar and similar. And then you pop out of the maze. Now, could you bypass this completely? Absolutely. You can just go punch your way down through the floor if you get stuck anywhere. The one thing to be mindful of is, okay, so here's another keyed one. Yeah, is just where the keys are, and that's probably the way to get out. Yeah, because this is going to go up. So this is the way to get out. So you do have to have some of these keys, which means the idea is that you have to explore your way up through some of these side tunnels and things, so that you pass through these. And we're just going to go, yeah, we're just going to go see if there's a down here. And yes, there is. And we get another one of these. And I think it's probably, okay, that's the down. Where'd the other one go? Yeah, see, so there can be chests on multiple levels, not necessarily at the last level. Okay, that's weird. And I'm going to take a moment and put this stuff away. Alrighty. Anti-block builder. So here, again, it's a maze. It's not that simple. You try to break these things and you get this. Yeah. So, and things close to this. So so again, it's more of a, you come up here and now you have this maze to get through. So if you are, I don't think there's actually anything in here, but it will mess with you if you're trying to come through up. Going down, yeah, we can just do that and just go down. So you can bypass it. Assuming the blocks are breaking. Now, if the blocks are unbreakable, that makes what I'm doing impossible. Just so you're aware that that's a thing. But as these are not, that's the down. I can do what I'm doing about getting around things and not having to deal with some of the mechanism involved. And again, we're down to plants again. Oh, another chest. And again, nothing. Okay, so this is a slight variation on what we've been seeing, where it's kind of a little parkour game to get to the bottom or up, either way. There's a ladder over there, and there's a ladder here, and there's these guys. So I'm going to get some of these. It's a fun little spawn. These guys are kind of cute, actually. And if you have any kind of a mob grinding, mob farm type thing, you can get ghast tears this way. Quite a few. Yeah. So let me try to go here. And again, from below, you can see where all the ladders are. From above, it's a little harder to figure out how you're supposed to navigate around, but it's doable, and if you can fall a few blocks and not worry about the damage, then yeah, do that. So, and I'm not that worried. Yeah. So you can bring ladders and blocks if you want to. You don't even need ladders. You can just... the blocks can be a little tricky because, again, if you've got those anti-blocks around, they will actually break your blocks. So again, flight is good. Yeah, and we're continuing on down. This has got to be... Okay, this is the thick forest pushing its way into the building. This is not supposed to be here. That is supposed to be there. And of course this is. So these dark leaves aren't supposed to be here. There. And this is the dark wood. I'm going to get rid of this just because it's inside the building. And I can get to the bookcases easier. And there we go. Who doesn't like some books, right? Brewing stand, so these are some dispensers. There shouldn't be anything in here. Yeah, there is not. But if you need dispensers for something, and you have the space. But it's nice, it gives you a little bit of water if you want to make potions before you head up. And this is same. I did say I was going to leave this on the way out. Okay, I'll leave this be. And don't know if we're down. We might be down far enough because I'm now seeing ground critters. And we're out. Just that this should be an out. Yeah, this is probably also an out. Same kind of thing. Yep. So, we did it. We made it all the way through. And we have emerged from the Ur-ghast tower. So these two little outcropping buildings from the main tower. This is the really big tower. It's in the center that others branch off of this. These are the entrances. So if you're walking through the forest, look for these and this. You'll see it. You should see it in a distance. If you're on top of the trees looking down, this is how you would get in if you didn't want to pillar up. So there's all of that. Let's see if there's anything within. Yeah, and so these are this critter and the knights that we already did in the previous episode are the ones that are in this dark forest and this with this solid canopy of leaves. The next area is the snowy biome, which if we look at our map, we are here. This is the really deep dark. This is where the knights are, and there's going to be, kind of looks like I don't know, a central hub here, and these four, and it's the same shape as the Hydra. The Hydra has these four, so these are where the Minishrooms are, and the Hydra's in the center. Same thing with this. This is where the Knights are, and this is where the Ur-ghast is. So you'll see this kind of a thing repeating on the map. And the next biome we need to go for is going to be the snowy biome. So it's probably going to be this one. I don't want to run back to this one necessarily, although our portal is over here. So that is the plan for the next episode. And yeah, then I think when we're done, we will go check out the magical forest. This one, or the firefly forest. I don't think we've been in either one. So both are kind of cool to explore. And again, our portal is here, so this is really close by, and this one is not too far. So I will go ahead and end the episode here. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. If you did enjoy this episode, let me get out of the rain. If you did enjoy this episode, please give me a like. It really helps me out and helps my channel grow. And Speaking of channel, if you'd like to get alerted to new content, subscribe, and you'll find out when I release new episodes. This is Cuberized. I hope you enjoyed. Take care. See you at the next one.